There is a place that feels absolutely perfect. It's warm, it's safe, it's familiar. In this place, you know exactly what to expect every single day. You know the people, you know the routine, you know the outcomes. It's like your favorite old sweatshirt on a cold Sunday morning. It just feels right. This place is your comfort zone. We all have one. It's where you feel in control, where anxiety takes a back seat, where life feels predictable and manageable. There is absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to feel this way. Our brains are hardwired to seek out safety and security. It's a survival mechanism that has kept us alive for thousands of years. But there's a catch. The problem isn't the comfort itself. The problem is when you decide to live there permanently. You build a little house in that cozy spot and you never ever leave. You tell yourself it's smart. You tell yourself it's responsible. You say, "Why would I ever want to leave this? It's so nice here." You decorate the walls with excuses. You furnish the rooms with justifications for staying put. The comfort zone has a powerful and seductive nickname, good enough. This is the phrase that keeps more people stuck than any other. Your life is good enough. Your relationship is good enough. Your health is good enough. It's not terrible, so why rock the boat? Why risk what you have for something that isn't guaranteed? This logic seems sound, but it's a trap. Good enough is the enemy of amazing. It's the barrier between the life you're living and the life you dream about. Settling for good enough is a decision to stop growing. It's a quiet resignation, a slow fade into muted colors when you were meant to experience vibrant, brilliant hues. Think about it. Nothing new ever happens in the land of good enough. No surprises, no thrilling victories, no profound lessons from spectacular failures. It is a flat line of existence. You wake up, you do the same things, you feel the same way, and you go to sleep. Repeat. This routine can feel soothing, but it starves your soul of what it needs to thrive. Progress. Humans are designed to grow, to learn, to strive, and to become. So let's break this down. What is the comfort zone really? In simple terms, it's your personal bubble of familiar behaviors and routines that keep your stress and anxiety at a minimum. It's your autopilot mode. It's the set of actions and thoughts that you can perform without even thinking. Driving the same route to work every day, that's your comfort zone. Sticking to conversations about the weather with new people, comfort zone. Rewatching the same TV series for the 10th time, you guessed it, comfort zone. It's not a physical place. It's a psychological and emotional state where you feel completely in control because everything is predictable. This zone is different for everyone. For an extrovert, their comfort zone might be a large party filled with strangers. For an introvert, that same situation would be miles outside their comfort zone, which might be a quiet evening with a good book. Your comfort zone is defined by your personal experiences, your habits, the stories you tell yourself about what you can and cannot do. It's a boundary you've drawn around yourself. Everything inside that line feels safe. Everything outside it feels threatening or scary. It's your mental home base, the place you retreat to when the world feels too overwhelming. The purpose of this zone is purely survival. Your brain, specifically a part called the amygdala, is constantly scanning for threats. Anything new or unfamiliar is flagged as a potential danger. Why? Because from an evolutionary perspective, the unknown could hide a predator. So your brain releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline to make you feel anxious. This feeling is designed to make you retreat back to what's known and safe. Your brain isn't trying to sabotage your dreams of becoming a rock star or starting a nonprofit. It's just trying to keep you alive using a very ancient and outdated playbook. Your brain is the ultimate con artist keeping you inside your comfort zone. It has one job: keep you safe and alive. It will use every trick in the book. Its main weapon: hesitation. The moment you have an idea or an instinct to do something new or scary, your brain kicks into high gear to stop you. You have about a 5-second window before your brain floods you with a tidal wave of excuses, a tidal wave of rationalizations, a tidal wave of fears. This is not a theory. It's neuroscience, a biological defense pulling you from the edge of the unknown. Think about the last time you wanted to do something but didn't. Maybe you wanted to raise your hand in a meeting. For a split second, you felt the impulse. I should say something. Then the doubts rushed in. What if it's a stupid idea? What if they laugh? Someone else has a better point. I'll just stay quiet. In those seconds, your brain talked you out of action. It created a story of failure and humiliation. And you bought it. This happens all day, every day, in big ways. Let me tell you about Sarah. For years, she worked a stable but soul-crushing job in accounting. Every Sunday night, she would feel a knot of dread in her stomach just thinking about the week ahead. Her comfort zone was her steady paycheck and the familiarity of her cubicle. Her dream, however, was to be a baker. She would spend her weekends trying new recipes, her tiny apartment filled with the smell of fresh bread, pastries. For a long time, that was enough. But the whisper for more got louder. One day, using the 5-second rule, she decided to act. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. She signed up for a booth at her local farmer's market. She was terrified. What if no one bought anything? The first Saturday was nerve-wracking. She barely slept the night before, but people did come. They tried her croissants. They bought her sourdough loaves. They came back the next week for more. That one small step of booking a market stall broke the spell of her comfort zone. It proved to her that she could do the scary thing and not only survive, but thrive. It gave her the courage to take the next step and the next. A year later, Sarah quit her accounting job. Today, she owns a small, bustling bakery called the Sunday Loaf, a nod to the dread she used to feel. Her life isn't necessarily easier. She works harder than ever. But it is filled with passion and purpose. Her entire life changed because she took one tiny, terrifying step. Okay, so you're convinced. You know you need to step outside your comfort zone. But how do you actually do it? The thought can be so overwhelming that you don't even know where to start. The secret is to start ridiculously small. Don't think about quitting your job to climb Mount Everest. That's not a step. That's a leap off a cliff. We're not doing that. Focus on one tiny, manageable action that pushes your boundary just a little bit. The goal isn't to transform your life overnight. It's to build the habit of being courageous. Habits are built through small, consistent repetition. Identify one area where you feel stuck. Is it your social life? Your career? Your health? Pick one. Think of one tiny thing that makes you a bit anxious but is a step forward. If you're shy, make eye contact with the barista and say, "Have a great day." If you're in a fitness rut, try a 5-minute workout video. Make it almost too easy. Now the escape plan. Use the 5-second rule when the urge hits. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On 1, move. Don't think, just move. Stand up. Walk across the room. One of the biggest reasons we stay glued to our comfort zones is the fear of making a mistake. We have this ridiculous idea that we need to be perfect. We think that if we try something new and we aren't immediately good at it, it means we've failed. This is a lie, a huge, destructive lie. I want you to listen to me right now. You have permission to be messy. You have permission to be awkward. You have permission to try something and completely fall on your face. Making mistakes is not a sign of failure. It is the only way you learn. It is an essential, non-negotiable part of the growth process. Think about how you learn to do anything in your life. Did you learn to walk without falling down hundreds of times? Did you learn to ride a bike without scraping your knees? Of course not. You fell. You got up. You adjusted. You tried again. As children, we understood this instinctively. We weren't embarrassed by the process of learning, but as we get older, we develop this crippling fear of looking foolish. We'd rather not try at all than risk being seen as a beginner. We need to unlearn this fear. We need to reclaim our right to be a clumsy, awkward, imperfect beginner. Every mistake you make is not a setback. It is data. It's information. When you try something and it doesn't work, you haven't failed. You've simply discovered one way that doesn't work. Let's talk about fear. Fear is the guard at the gate of your comfort zone. It's the big, scary monster that tells you to turn back. But I want to tell you a secret about this monster. It's not real. Fear is just a feeling. It's a physiological response in your body. A racing heart, sweaty palms, a knot in your stomach. It's a cocktail of chemicals your brain releases to get your attention. That's all it is. It feels very real and very powerful, but the feeling itself cannot hurt you. The only thing that can hurt you is your reaction to that feeling. When you let the feeling of fear dictate your actions, you give it power over your life. The goal is not to eliminate fear. You will never get rid of it, and you wouldn't want to. Fear is a vital emotion that keeps you safe from actual danger. The goal is to change your relationship with fear. It's to learn how to feel it and take action anyway. It's about teaching yourself that the feeling of fear and actual danger are two different things. Starting a conversation with a stranger feels scary, but you are not in any real danger. Asking for a raise feels scary, but it is not a life-threatening situation. If you take nothing else away from this, hear this. There is a version of you that is more confident, more fulfilled, happier than you can currently imagine. This isn't some fantasy version of you. This is the real you. It's the you that exists underneath the layers of doubt, fear, excuses that have been piled on for years. This person is waiting for you. They are waiting for you to get tired of playing small. They are waiting for you to decide that you are worth the effort. They are waiting for you to take that first, terrifying, exhilarating step out of what feels safe and into what feels alive. Growth is not an option, it is a human need. When you stop growing, you start dying. Not literally, perhaps, but your spirit does. Your dreams do. Your sense of self does. Staying comfortable is a slow suicide of the soul. You were not put on this earth to live a life of quiet desperation, to just get by, to pay the bills and then fade away. You were put here to experience the fullness of what it means to be alive.